Hey everybody, in today's Ask David, things are going to get strange. Hey David, I was at a coffee shop the other day and I asked a stranger who was sitting in a way that would have been an amazing photo if I could take their photo, and their reaction was a vitriol-filled no. Was I wrong to ask to take their photo? So last week I mentioned that people are less trusting or more distrustful of having their photo taken today than they used to be, and there are a lot of factors for that. And I cited one called hit and run photography, which is, I think, a very minor factor in it. It contributes, but it's minor. Because hit and run photography, where you just walk up to a person, take their photo and walk away without asking their permission, is absolutely an invasion of their privacy. There are a lot of other factors. I would rate hit and run photography as about 2% of the problem, maybe 2.25. Some of the big things are how easy it is to manipulate photos now. The fact that if I make the peace sign at a camera, somebody could, if that photo was a high enough resolution, read the fingerprints off of my peace sign. And if I was a person who anybody had any interest in, they could use those to create 3D printed fingerprints that they could use to unlock my smartphone if they had it, which is kind of crazy to think about. The other thing is, if I looked directly into a camera with suitable resolution, somebody could read my iris print off of that photo and create a fake iris for a retinal scan. These are things that aren't science fiction. There were some people who just published findings and practical applications doing these exact things last week. Beyond that, beyond the very serious implications for privacy that would affect important people in that way, there's also the ability to manipulate a photo. To take someone's face, that is, and put it into an uncompromising position. And now all of a sudden, you've got a photo out there that is fake, but if someone's good enough at Photoshop, it's really difficult to tell. That's a pretty good reason to be a little bit distrustful, honestly. Then there's also this idea today that didn't exist even 20 years ago, 15 years ago, I don't think it really existed, that everyone has a right to make money off of their face. That if somebody takes a photo of me and makes money off of it, well, I should get a cut of that photo. Well, no, that's actually not the way the real world works, and that's not the way that case law has played out, at least here in the US. But it goes to the overlying greedification, at least in the US, of people's interactions with each other, that this country has become a lot more of a me for me type of country than it used to be. And this is just one of the many ways it manifests, is that people don't want to have strangers take their photos. The good thing is that this idea that if you ask someone, can I take their photo, and they're going to get mad at you, that's very rare. In fact, I can't ever think of a time that's happened to me. I have asked people to take their photos, strangers, and they've said no. That's a completely normal reaction. If they say no, cool, they don't want to have their photo taken, accept it and move on. Most people are still pretty cool and will say yes. But when somebody has a majorly negative reaction to having their photo taken, what that goes to is their own personal distrust of other people. The truly sad part about that is not that you don't get to take their photo. It's that every day they have to wake up in a mental state where they don't trust people. On the occasions where I have seen or heard about people acting in this way, what I end up really feeling is bad for the people who have that negative reaction. Not because they miss out on having their photo taken, not because they miss out on a potentially great image of them, but because every single day, every moment of their day, every interaction in their day is governed by this general mistrust that they seem to have for other people. So don't let it discourage you. Continue to ask strangers who are interesting photo subjects to take their photos. The vast majority of people will still say yes. The vast majority of people are still trusting of others. When someone says, oh no, thank you, accept it and move on. And when somebody has a loud and negative reaction, the best thing you can do is feel bad for them, that they are them.